Today's video may not appeal to a lot of people. We're going to get cerebral, and we're going to talk about focused versus unfocused aggression. Now, I'm going to share a story about a real fight I witnessed in my early years in martial arts, and it really points out the power of focused aggression. So last Wednesday, I had a great discussion with my Jeet Kune Do class about mindset. We had just finished working on footwork drills and then using modified boxing skills to time our entry against a wild swinging opponent. At the end of the class, I told him a story of one of my martial arts coaches who passed away not too long ago. I think you're going to get a lot out of the story because it highlights the importance of mindset and how pure focused aggression is super important to win a fight. So this gym I used to train at for many years was a very rough and tumble gym. It had a lot of pro fighters and amateur fighters alike in a variety of combat sports. Our coach was actually pretty famous and a highly accomplished professional fighter in several types of sport martial arts. Due to the nature of the gym culture, real fights would break out from time to time. Now, I personally don't recommend going to a gym like this, and I never would allow that kind of shit to go down at my school, but hey. At one time, there was a quite large, I believe he was a Russian guy, who started at the school. Look, he was like 7'1" or something, and jacked. He had a tendency to go too rough on people, and our coach had warned him on a number of occasions to not go so rough. One thing I'll say about our coach is that he's definitely a loyal guy, and he liked to take care of his people. One day, this large Russian fellow picked up a female student and slammed her way too hard onto the ground. Our coach subbed in to spar with the giant. In reality, he was going to teach him a lesson. So our coach started teeing off on him, just firing rapid power shots right at the giant's head. Now understand, our coach was maybe 5'7", and with this really tall guy leaning backwards, our coach couldn't reach his head. So finally our coach just fired a hard punch right into the solar plexus of the large man. He doubled over, he went down to his hands and knees, and our coach, God, I hate that I keep saying our coach and giant and all that kind of stuff, but look, I just want to respect the two individuals by not using their names. So our coach continued to fire these like uppercut kind of repeated punches at the man's head as he was backpedaling on all fours to the wall behind him. Now bear in mind, they both had boxing gloves on, so there were no broken hands because he would have been hitting forehead and that wouldn't have worked out so well. So then coach finally landed a shot that hit the man's head backwards into the wall. When it came back forward, a final punch landed and it knocked that 7-foot monster into dreamland. Now, at some point, after some smelling salts and what I can only imagine was a very direct yet calm chat sprinkled with some mercy and forgiveness, the giant seemed to get the message from that point forward and kind of calmed down. Okay, so what was the lesson I wanted to share with you? Okay, 1, yes, size does matter. 2, yes, skill does matter. But what I really wish I had was a video of the incident so you could see for yourself. What won that fight was pure, focused aggression. It wouldn't have looked very skilled if you had seen it. There were no fancy moves. The only thing that our coach did is he threw punches left, right, just repeatedly. But I assure you that it took years of training to develop that level of aggression in a focused manner while keeping balancy, accuracy, and mental clarity. Our coach wasn't in rage mode. There's a big difference between rage mode, or just like having unfocused aggression where you just come in an unskilled manner. In unfocused aggression, you're out of control. Unfocused aggression looks like two guys standing toe-to-toe, just wildly swinging away. The problem is, being in the middle of that is very dangerous. It's a terrible tactic. It becomes a game of luck. You know, who lands the more telling blow first? That's who's going to win. And that is no way for a trained martial artist to fight. Now, focused aggression, like what our coach did, was in control. The entire time, he was in control. You are not going to be able to access that level of aggressive violence without lots of reps of practicing aggression while maintaining your stance, your footwork, your guard, and your emotional control. That is at the very heart of true martial arts training. You start off learning skills and tactics. At first you kind of feel like a fish out of water, but then you start gaining traction, and over the following months and years, people start getting pretty good. But that's when they start to see their progress slow down, and they think that they have arrived at the finish line. They believe that now they're amazing fighters, so they oftentimes will quit training. I have heard in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that once people hit blue belt, they usually quit. Look, staying calm under someone else's aggression and learning how to channel your own focused aggression starts happening in this latter stage. So you don't want to quit training once you think your skill is good. You're now ready to start learning. In fact, in traditional martial arts, a black belt meant that you are now ready to start learning how to fight. Keep in mind, people can have unfocused aggression without any training at all. I've seen plenty of guys start in martial arts and be super aggressive and have great success against lesser experienced fighters, but they don't do so well against people with lots of experience. Okay, let's wrap this up. Aggression is one of the most important attributes to winning a fight, but unfocused or untrained aggression is only going to take you so far. But once you're a skilled fighter and you learn how to be aggressive while maintaining skills and tactics, you're going to be a killer. Remember, it's not enough to know. You must apply. You must train. If you're in my neck of the woods, shoot me an email. We'll find out if Progressive Combat Systems is a good school for you. If you're not in my neck of the woods, email me to see if remote training is an option for you. Until next time, go get your reps. Become a warrior.